Hello and welcome. Today I'm in the Tier 6 Japanese battleship, the mighty Fusou. This is a ranked match, so it's a 7 against 7 and it's on the map Strait. We are going towards the B cap. I told my team the usual stuff, stay together, blah blah blah. You know, the stuff you usually say at the start of the match to have your team not be terrible. It usually doesn't work, but you know, you say it anyway. It seems that I bounced all 5 of my shells that I fired at the Fusou. That's okay. The initial stage of the fight in a battleship is long-range artillery. Like, your cruisers and whatever can cry about it as much as they want, but it is incredibly important to not rush in and die, because that just means you lose the game almost instantly. I mean, I've tried that and it just doesn't work. People might say, oh yeah, battleships are sticking back and then doing blah blah blah, but if you actually tell your team, yo, I'm going in, follow me, they don't actually follow. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. Remember, usually when you do ranked, you are the most important player on your team because, well, okay, I don't know if it's actually true, but in my case it often is, because if you don't do almost everything yourself, you're gonna lose the game. So yeah, I told my team that we should stay here and fight and just artillery from far away until our destroyers get in range to do something. Hopefully they won't do something stupid, but I mean, we'll see what happens. They want to rush in, so it's a Mutsuki and a Nicholas, so if they run into the enemy DD, it should be fine, and if they run into a battleship, they should be able to torpedo from range, and if they fight a cruiser, they should just run away and let us deal with the enemies until, you know, they're done. Just keep shelling and turning. I mean, it's from 13 kilometers. Some of these hits are gonna be massive at some point, so just need to wait enough time. And if our friendly cruiser can pick off their destroyers, then we can start inching forward slowly, because then we don't have to worry about the threat of torpedoes from the side, because that can end the game very quickly. Okay, it doesn't end the game, but tip the scales in the enemy's favor. Slow down, because I don't want to keep advancing at the moment. I mean, look at the HPs of these battleships. We are definitely winning the artillery exchange, so I don't see why we shouldn't want to keep doing this. I mean, that Cleveland is definitely gonna pick the Minakaze off. I mean, it's a Cleveland against the Minakaze. I don't see how you're gonna lose that one. I mean, okay, I shouldn't say that. It's definitely losable, but I mean, it's heavily in the favor of the Cleveland, especially if I help out a little bit too. Swap Toichi for that. Why is our destroyer approaching Furutaka and another cruiser? Like, why would you do that? Like, you can rush a battleship because a battleship has 30 seconds between firing their guns, more or less, but the cruiser doesn't. Don't think rushing a cruiser is a good idea. Well, okay, they killed one of the cruisers, good enough, I guess, but I don't think you can get away from there. Okay, well, one of the destroyers died, that engaged the 2 cruisers. As kinda expected. The fact that they got even 1 kill is astounding, I think. Although I guess they did have backup of a cruiser as well. Oh my god, Cleveland, really? Jesus. Well, I feel like this game isn't going very well. There's no work in this team. That's okay though, I'm fairly full HP and our second battleship is still fairly healthy and we still have one cruiser left. I'm pretty sure that the cruiser on the right side is gonna die, as is the Mitsuki, considering where she is at the moment. Well, the Kongou wants to push, so I tell him that we did slowly, but you know, it is what it is. And then our cruisers died. I think this is an unwinnable game at this point because it's 3 against 5. Unless, like, I mean, look at where our cruiser is. That's okay though, because if he stays back there, he could pick off the DD that will try to follow us. But we still have a Fusou and a Kongou. So I guess maybe it's not unwinnable. If we play well together, we should be able to win the Cruise 2 at least. Well, I rave on in chat about how badly our team played together. Actually, the ones alive still played decently. I mean, that's why they're alive, because they actually followed what we discussed earlier. I don't mind doing different strategies, it's just that the people need to actually say that they disagree with the strategy and say what we want to do so we can all do the same thing. If you think my strategy doesn't work, of shelling etc. from far, then just say so and propose a different one, or let me propose a different one. The main thing is to suggest the difference at least. Okay, those torpedoes are gonna miss because I'm already turning towards the right side. Also, we should be able to pick off this Fusou. I imagine our cruiser will pick off the Minakaze. The second battle, this is actually a pretty advantageous situation for us because the second battleship is behind the island, so we can engage this Fusou together. But it has felt that the higher ranks I've got, the worse the teams have gotten, but maybe I just got lucky at the start, I don't know. Okay, the cruiser is capping B, that's okay. We are intent on killing this Fusou and taking the A cap. Because right now the second battleship on the enemy team is literally nowhere. I guess he'll pick off the one cruiser that we have. Okay, he did. But now what? They are not within... They don't have line of sight to engage us, so it's a really poor position. So we'll probably be able to pick off this Fusou and get the cap. Okay, keep turning. Turn faster. The cruiser at B is firing at us. It's just us two. Kongou and a Fusou. This will require some good teamwork. Excellent. Fusou down. Okay, my turn is gonna take me out of the cap, but we'll turn back into the cap and then get it. And then, actually at this point it's not so bad anymore, it's 2 against 3. We definitely still have a chance. That Aoba is turning, so I don't really want to fire at the moment. That's a second Aoba. Well, the odds are pretty poor, but we still have a definite chance. Need to see a broadside from one of the cruisers, otherwise it's kind of pointless to fire. Nah, fuck it, let's fire. We kinda need to get rid of these cruisers soon before the battleship arrives. Hopefully we can cap this area before, like, I hope they don't switch targets to me. Because the Kongou is being shelled, so the Kongou isn't doing the capping right now. I am holding almost the entire cap. Okay, the second Aoba seems to be actually running away for some reason. Hopefully the Kongou cares for the torpedoes. It seems she did. That's good. Now the Kongou needs to pay attention to the battleship though, because I am not within range to engage the battleship. Actually, I am within range, I just don't have line of sight. Also, I'm in kind of a poor position. I don't think I can do a full turn here. Even if I take that torpedo, it's worth it to try to get there as fast as possible. I immediately repair the flooding. I tried to take a shot at the Oba, but I don't think it'll work very nicely. I use my heal because I need to have as much HP as possible. I tell my Kongou that, ooh, that even got the citadel. That was a very nice shot. Actually, that was a very lucky shot. But anyways, I tell my Kongou that I can't back him up right now, that he needs to try to spend time until I can get around so that I can back him up so we can fight them both at the same time. And it seems that he's playing Ring Around the Rosie with the enemy battleship, which is good. That wins us some time. So this Kongou is playing really well right now. It's interesting how it's the two battleships left that have to clean up all the entire mess. Like, I just feel like cruisers and destroyers are too antsy at the start of the match in ranked. Actually, they are the same in random battles. Okay, well, now we are two. The Kongou is gonna come around the corner in a moment. So we can definitely fight this Fusou. I fire my front guns and then turn my nose towards the Fusou so that she is pointing her guns at me. So she is definitely gonna fire. Oh, never mind. I thought she was firing. Oh, she was firing at me. And I only took 3,000 damage from a full broadside at 5 kilometers. Because I pointed my nose at her. This meant that the dispersion made a lot of the shots miss. And now I just follow up with my back guns, and I did like 25,000 damage without the citadel hit in this volley. Now the enemy Fusou can point her nose at me, but this will open her up for the enemy Kongou, I mean the friendly Kongou. And she is pointing her broadside at me, so I can broadside her. This did like no damage though. That's okay though, because I pointed my nose at her, so her full broadside did like no damage to me either. I want to keep my nose pointed at the Fusou so I don't get picked off, because if I do get picked off, this game is gonna go a lot worse. Okay, we might not lose. I mean, the Kongou is still really good at this game. It's just that gives all the control away. I start turning towards the right side now, because I don't want to keep showing my broadside to the enemy Fusou. I want to show my back. That's actually a big mistake I see many people make in battleship duels that are short range. Namely that they often tend to turn. Once they pass each other, they often try to show broadsides to fire all their guns, but this means that the person who turns first will open their broadside up. Yes, they can fire first, but the enemy is pointing their back at your ship, which means that your volley probably won't do a lot of damage. And once you fire, the enemy then turns and can get a nice broadside. Volley, I knew that can get citadels. Anyways, because the Kongou was going towards the A area and needed to turn, I told the Kongou to stay here more or less so that he keeps vision about the A area. Because right now the problem is that if the Oba went towards, tried to sneak around to the A cap and we both went to B, then she might be able to A before we get B, at least before we get the points advantage at B, because they have 64 points more than us. This is kind of dangerous because I might like get RNG torpedoed here, like the Alba gets lucky or something and then torpedoes me and I immediately die. That's why I tried to slow down stuff. But it seems that I'll be fine. Okay, we know that Alba didn't go to A, so now it's okay for the Kongou to come back. Although actually thinking back, it might have been better if the Kongou had went towards the B area. Because the Kongou was faster and might have got here faster. Okay, now the important thing is to stop the B cap for a while and be able to pick off the Alba and not get torpedoed. The problem is that there's only 2 minutes left. What? Wow, 6 hits in this volley and only 1 over penetration, everything else bounced. Okay, I need to hope that I don't get a full broadside of torpedoes, that might kill me. Okay, good, it seems that I'll pass, or the torpedoes will pass me without killing me. Let's try this again. I don't understand how I've been dealing like no damage to this Alba. Wow, all 6 were over penetrations this time. This is a bit scary. Although 2 over pens will do it at this point. Okay, we are in the points lead. At this point it's okay, I think. Although, if I die, it's still very, very bad for us. Yeah, the Kongou, Tanaka, underscore 15, played incredibly well, and we won. Finally was able to pick that Alba off. That was really difficult to kill. Well, I got high caliber, 2 kills and 1 citadel only. This Kongou played really well. I got almost 2000 base experience, not the best. Did like 128k damage. I mean, the damage is pretty good. My score isn't the best though, but the team play between me and the Kongou, I think it was really good. Like, this is the kind of stuff I want to see more in ranked, and that Kongou played really well. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe, and thanks for watching.